Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Today I would like to discuss some important matters regarding animal physiology. Physiology itself is a vast unit, but many questions nowadays asked from physiology too. Many concepts are there in each and every chapter in physiology, but few concepts you have to clear, understand correctly before answering the question. Do you know? Breathing and gas exchange. How we breathe. Breathing means exchange of gases between your respiratory organ and atmosphere. This is breathing. It doesn't mean the exchange of gases between your body fluid and cells. This is not breathing. All organisms breathe, irrespective of plant or animal, no matter. All organisms breathe. They take up oxygen from atmosphere and also give up carbon dioxide. All organisms breathe. Do you know? The respiratory organ or breathing organ vary according to habitat. If the habitat is aquatic, then the principal breathing organ is gill. And if habitat is terrestrial or aerial, those are terrestrial, aerial, living in land or air like birds, reptiles, they use their lungs. If the respiratory organ is lungs, or lungs, otherwise pulmon means lungs. So this is called pulmonary respiration. But if it is the gill, this is branchial respiration, not brachial, branchial respiration. And those are amphibious. They have life both in water and land. The respiratory organ is skin. When skin is the respiratory organ, this is cutaneous respiration. Just like amphibians, irrespective of water or land, they use their moist skin to respire. But one thing is, mammal, that means human, the representative of mammal, human, and rest of the vertebrates, like those are having lungs, like amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. They are having lungs, but their function mechanism not same. Function mechanism in mammalian lung is different, but near syllabus in textbook explained only about human respiratory system. As you know, lungs is protected within your chest cavity or rib cage, which is completely an airtight chamber, whose anterior part is covered by shoulder, posterior part is diaphragm. Do you know diaphragm is present, muscular diaphragm that separates thoracic cavity and abdominal cavity. The diaphragm is only present in mammals, but only one non-mammal, crocodile, it has a diaphragm. Ventrally it is the sternum, dorsally vertebral column, and laterally by ribs and intercostal muscles, that all of you know. Your thoracic cavity is a complete airtight cavity within which two lungs are present. And again, each lungs is protected by a fluid filled cavity called pleural cavity. Not only lungs, but also all organs in your body are kept within a fluid filled cavity, and such activity maintains buoyancy too. My point is, this pleural cavity is double layered. Inner is visceral layer, outer is parietal layer. Parietal layer or parietal pleurum is close to your chest wall or thoracic wall, but visceral pleurum close to your lungs wall. In between the pleural cavity filled with pleural fluid. Another thing you just remember, whether your lung is having air or not. That means if your lung doesn't have any air, still your lung is inflated. Why? This question asked 3 to 4 years back. Why mammalian lungs is always remained inflated, flattened condition, even though it has no air? This is due to the negative pressure in pleural cavity within which lungs is present. If the surrounding pressure, that surrounding cavity of the lungs maintains negative pressure in comparison to your lungs, within pressure within lungs. Within lungs pressure is more, and in the pleural cavity pressure is less. That's why your lungs is inflated. What happens during breathing? When you raise your rib cage or chest cavity, pleural cavity volume again increases because parietal pleura again expand along with chest cavity. So if pleural cavity again expand or widen, the pressure again negative, more negative. If pressure more negative, your lungs will be more inflated. And if your lungs is more inflated, the pressure is negative. Air pressure within your lung negative in comparison to atmospheric pressure. If atmospheric pressure is more, your lungs pressure is less, the air is automatically enters into your lungs due to pressure gradient. And reverse thing is occurs during expiration, when you release your air out from your lungs. When you squeeze your rib cage, again the pleural pressure less negative. Remember, never positive. During inspiration, pleural pressure more negative. During expiration, pleural pressure less negative. You may not choose pleural pressure is positive. Remember? But this only happens for mammals due to presence of diaphragm. That means, therefore, when you breathe, a negative pressure maintained in your lung, that's why air enters into your lungs. So mammalian breathing is called negative pressure breathing. But what happens in other vertebrates? They have no diaphragm. Their air pressure within their lung is always more than atmospheric pressure. Always more. Whether it may be inspiration, expiration, no matter, always more. But if atmospheric air to be enter into their lung, the air should be pressurized. Air should be pumped, some other mechanisms. So, in their case, the lungs is called pressure pump in other vertebrates. But in mammals, human, the lungs is pressure pump. We have no ability to control the volume of the lungs directly. We control the volume of thoracic cage, thoracic cavity. That's why we alter air pressure in the lungs. That's why we breathe. Here you may apply L-inclusin. You may apply at constant temperature. Our body temperature is constant, 37 degree Celsius. Pressure and volume inversely related. When volume raised, volume increases and pressure decreases. When volume decreases, pressure increases at constant temperature. And this is the Boyle's law. All of you know. So breathing in mammals is also an application of Boyle's law. And that is the reason why in the first chapter of NCERT, 11th book, XI book, it is written, biology is integrated, interrelated, interdisciplinary chapter that will be related to all area of the science. In this way, so many concepts are there. To clarify your concept, link with me and watch my video. Thank you for watching.